So in this season, we are going to talk about the tools that we have in Item Tools tab. So in Navisworks, if you click on any of these elements, we have a kind of tab in the name of Item Tools that will be activated, and by clicking on it, you can have access actually to the tools of this tab. The time that you click on it, you see it got activated, and by clicking on it, you can have access to these tools in here. So we'll talk about these tools one by one in here, and we'll talk about them. So to do it, let's open a new file, again a Powerhouse file in here. Let's go to 3D at first in here. Let me just click drag in here, filter. Actually, let me just click on rebar. Let me delete it. That here is not that kind of busy, and for example in add-in we can have export from it. Save yes. So, and we'll wait till this Revit file will be turned to NWC, and actually we'll open it in Navisworks. So let's go in Navisworks, new, open, and then the path that I have saved the file before, let me just set it on NWC. Let's see the export completed. Yes, it is complete. So let's click on it, open. And as you can see, the model was opened in here. Let's go to the part or tab viewpoint, walk through. Let's walk through this Powerhouse in here. Let's get down a little. Let me just activate gravity from here, that we can just move it on the surface. Let me inactivate it. Let's go inside it, gravity that moves just through the surfaces. You see, now actually we want to talk about the tools that we have in Item Tools, and we're going to talk about them, that each one has, for example, what kind of ability in here. So actually, let me get out of the walkthrough. Let me click on select, and it is inactivated. So let's go in here. Let me click on one of these tools in Item Tools, for example, tab. If you come here, the first, it is SwitchBack that we talked about it, of course. We told you that if you have any kind of, for example, contradictory in here, or for example, a kind of thing that is problem, you can select in it, and you can click on SwitchBack, and you can return it to Revit. Yes, to do it, actually, I told you that you have to just go on SwitchBack in here that is activated. You have to click on it, and by clicking on SwitchBack, actually, you can just return and have the pump in a Revit structure in here. Any kind of, for example, element, if you need any kind of edits or anything else, you can do it in here. We have talked about it before. So the next one is hold. It is really interesting item for us. Hold means that, for example, in the projects that you're working, exactly if you want to move the actually mood of the moving of the object will be shown in here. So let's assume that I'm going to go through this space in here, for example, environment. Let's consider this pump. We want actually, if we want to, for example, walk through this way, we want to see this pump from here, for example, or for example, how this pump is going to move, yes, and how it is installed, for example, in here, something like it, or any of these items in here. There's no difference. If you click on any subjects or items in here, if I move, for example, in here, for example, getting moved, it is staying exactly on its place. If you click on hold, you see the object like an avatar actually next to or with you will move. Yes, let me just click on walk. You see this object is being shown to us, that how it is moved with us. If you move, the model will move with you. It is really interesting, yeah, that actually you can change, or for example set the path or for example way of these objects that you're working on. Let me go inside this, for example, space. Let me just remove collision here, for example, that you can move here. Let me get down. You see, let's get down again. Let me go more forward. You see, this element actually will move exactly with your movement, and it causes that you can show really better that how, for example, and where it should move, and for example, where we can move this element or where we can't move it, that you can, for example, find a new place for movement of this element, and it's really helpful and interesting to you. Let me just return to it here. Let me inactivate it. You see, this is here, and we want to return it to its own place. Let's click on this subject or item, and let's click on reset. It will be returned to its own place. So hold will take the item that has been selected. It will just set it next to your camera, and for example, it will move exactly with you, that you can just actually set it on every place that you want.